So they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But what if it is? Yeah. To be all the way 1,000 with you guys, a lot of you are not where you want to be yet because you are afraid to start the freak over. Sometimes we don't see the growth or the progress that we want to see because we're trying to teach an old dog new tricks. We're trying to teach an old dog new tricks. We're trying to build new habits, new goals, add new ideals onto an old and cracked foundation. If that foundation is cracked, all that stuff that you want to do, that you're trying to do, that you're throwing on top of it, it's good for nothing. It's not going to get you anywhere if that foundation isn't solid. And sometimes in order to make that foundation solid, we have to start fresh and new. So consider this your sign to dust yourself off and start over, to run it back from the beginning. It's not the ideal way that we would like for things to transpire. However, sometimes it's what needs to happen in order to see growth. So it's 6:30 in the morning and I'm just coming right at you guys, and I don't want to feel that way. Before we get into it, hi. I hope you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm about to get ready. I actually have a conference to cover and I'm actually very, very excited to do it. It is a women in business conference that I am attending, both because I'm supporting my family and because I'm going to get content for her. Her being Diana Richardson, the person who is hosting this conference. So I'm very, very, very excited and proud of her, and I'm excited to attend, but also just the spirit of having like a bunch of other Black women in business succeeding, thriving, growing, elevating, seeing and learning how they started from the ground up, how they got their momentum literally from nothing. They're motivated and inspired to dust themselves off, pull themselves up, and make things happen for themselves. And a lot of them had to start from scratch, literally from nothing. And they are beyond successful. And every single time I go to these conferences, I'm super duper inspired, but that is honestly not the only reason why I wanted to record this video today. I've also been feeling convicted to film this video because I've been grappling with this issue myself of feeling the desire to start fresh, primarily where my YouTube channel is concerned. So I'm very confident that I am not the only one that's dealt with this issue. No matter who you are, at some point you may have experienced the need or the conviction to start from scratch, but there were so many things, negative thoughts that were keeping you from doing that. But consider this your sign that if it's meant for you, it's not gonna miss you, and to do it. I don't care if there are so many obstacles in the way, if you feel as though you came so far and getting to that point that you were at or beyond seems unfathomable, I'm telling you, this is your sign to do it anyway. So, but without further ado, we're gonna get into the video. But if you do not know me, hi, my name is Bri. I am your Genzennial bestie, your virtual sis, working to successfully navigate her 20s in an attempt to thrive in her 30s. My goal is to become the best version of myself, grow, glow, elevate to become someone that I am inspired by. And if this aligns with something that you want for yourself, do yourself a favor and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. I promise you're going to love it here. Not only is it a motivating and inspiring journey, but it's also a very real one. It is a journey that has a lot of mistakes and lessons along the way, but nonetheless, it would be 10 times better if you were a part of it. So I hope you stick around. And for those who are reoccurring, y'all already know the vibe. Okay, let's get into it. As I mentioned, it's 6:30 in the morning. The goal is to be out of here by 7:30. I'm gonna wrap my hair up, but look at this cute little brown scarf I got. I just feel like, not me matching the scarf to the robe. Okay, and yeah, I'm about to do my makeup as well. So we'll show you guys some products if you guys are interested in the look, but it's not a true tutorial of sorts because I actually have somewhere to go. And I'm not a makeup artist, so it's fine. And we'll get right into it. So, as I mentioned earlier, there is a good chance that a lot of you are not where you want to be yet because you need to start from scratch. Revise, renew, restore. I have experienced this personally, and I'll tell you briefly what that was. So for those who don't know, my original YouTube channel is Miss Right TV. I started it right after the pandemic. At the time, I was really looking to just have my own outlet for what I wanted to do for work, which was celebrity and entertainment news. I wanted to be an on-air reporter, and a lot of outlets just weren't willing to pay me. I was doing a lot of free work at that time when I first graduated, and I was just overworked, underpaid, feeling very, very, very little of myself. And I was like, you know what? People get on the internet and talk and they get paid to do it. And I'm doing all of this for all these other brands for free. It makes zero sense. So I started my channel based off of that, and I was doing celebrity entertainment news. Then I started vlogging. Then I started doing travel. Then I started talking to you guys and doing stuff like this. And I started to really, really love YouTube. And more importantly, I just love making videos. I love creating videos. I have a degree in broadcast journalism, and I got really good at editing over time. I enjoy talking to the camera. I enjoy being in front of the camera, and I enjoy filming, editing. The whole process of YouTube was enjoyable for me, but I started to feel like, why am I not getting paid yet? Everybody else is. Why am I not seeing the success that I want? It was very, very frustrating. And I did a whole rebrand. You guys might have seen that on my channel. I did a whole rebrand. I was very, very proud of myself, and I did start to grow steadily over time, but somebody commented under my video and was like, your videos are honestly way too good to be getting little to no views. And I guess she must have looked through my content to see when I started my channel, and she was like, this is completely unsolicited, and this was from a beautiful young lady named Saria. Girl, if you see this, I appreciate you. I looked into her obviously as well, and I could see that she was doing well on her channel, and I'm not just taking advice from any old person. And she was saying, you know, this is completely unsolicited, but have you ever considered starting a new channel with all of your like rebranded content? A little bit more focused, a little bit more professional looking. But she wasn't saying all of that. But in my mind, it clicked because, however, while I've been doing it for X amount of years, I've been all over the place for X amount of years. There was a lot of things that I know now that I didn't know about YouTube. So the stuff on my channel honestly was all over the place. It's really, really hard to like develop and grow an organic audience with all different types of stuff on there. Literally from Philly rap artists to Puerto Rico travel trips and who knows what, and I'm all over the place on that channel. However, the thought of starting over from scratch literally scared me more than you can imagine. So that's why I felt as though I needed to record this video. If you're seeing this, you're likely seeing this on my new channel, which is Briana Michelle. I can't make this up. I started the channel at the top of February. Within the month, I had over 100 subscribers. That to me was such a feat. That was such a win for me, because on my other channel, on Miss Right TV, it took me forever to get that many subscribers. I felt like it took me forever to get some large amount of views. I started by posting to both channels, which is what the young lady had suggested. And when I did that, I saw that I was getting more views on the channel with little to no subscribers, Briana Michelle, than on my Miss Right TV channel. Once I took that leap of faith, I started to see several different positive affirmations that, okay, maybe this is something that I should actually do. And there were so many reasons why I didn't want to do it, but the fact that I did, I saw such positive feedback, such positive results, an organic audience being created, like pure strangers commenting on my stuff. Honestly, more than the views, I am obsessed and in love and so enamored by the amount of comments that I have gotten on my Briana Michelle YouTube channel. Just pure strangers. To me, that is like, you guys don't know me and you guys are just supporting me. And that is that on that Miss Right TV channel, I done begged people to subscribe. Like, I used to go outside, you try to get my number, I take your phone and subscribe to my YouTube channel. No, Kizzy, like honestly, that channel, I still love it to death, and it was a part of my journey, and I don't even know if at this point I'm gonna cut it cold turkey. Am I closer to monetization on that channel? Of course. I've had it for like 4 or 5 years, and I'm finally at like the halfway point, like 1,500 watch hours. I need 3K. Does it still scare me wondering how long it's gonna take me to get to 3,000 watch hours on the Briana Michelle YouTube channel? Abso-freaking-lutely, it scares me. However, I feel like starting over has shown me a lot. I'm growing faster on that channel than I did in the 5-year-long channel that I've had. I'm seeing consistent growth. I'm seeing engagement. I'm seeing an organic audience being built, and it's reassuring me that I made the right decision. So starting from scratch has taught me a lot. But moreover, there was a lot of things that scared me and that I am sure have scared you. Let's unpack those real quick. I think the biggest reason that nobody wants to start over is because fear. I said fear already, referring to myself, and I know you guys have experienced it in any regard when it comes to starting over. There's a fear of failure. What if I start all the way over and it fails? Naturally, that's gonna scare anybody. There's a fear of perception. I am a 35-year-old woman. What do I look like going back to get my bachelor's? What do I look like going and sitting into a class and starting over, trying to get a whole new degree in this, and all these people looking at me? What do I look like starting from the beginning and everybody knows me as a YouTuber and they click on my bio and I got 100 subscribers? They're like,
haven't you been doing this? Like, why are you calling yourself a YouTuber and you've only got 100 subscribers? Like, you don't get no views on your stuff.
Like, there are so many things in terms of perception that people are afraid of when it comes to starting over. And we could talk about that all day. You name it, there's fear. There is also impatience. Another reason why people do not want to start over, and why it's not sexy to start over, because now you realize you may have to wait. You may have to give it to God, and you can't rush the process. And unfortunately, we live in an environment where people want to get rich quick. We live in an environment where nobody wants to put the work in. Everybody just wants the results without having to work. It's really, really frustrating. And then not only is it annoying just because we have put this stigma on working hard, where like a lot of people lack work ethic because of the environment that we live in now. But also, we live in a social environment, so people are constantly sharing about how they lost their weight in 30 days. They're sharing about how they became a millionaire in 60 days. And they're selling this false hope to you, making you think like, oh yeah, I don't need to be working at this for a year. Baby, you might. I'm sorry, but you actually might have to do that. They have given you this false premise that good things don't come to those who wait. Baby, they do. You cannot grow a tree by planting the seed yesterday. You think that you won't have a tree? If you plant the seed today, it will not be no tree tomorrow. You have to water it. You have to nurture it. You have to grow that tree. And that is essentially what you need to do for yourself. But that is a large reason why people do not want to start over. And I think the third biggest reason is because of a lack mindset. I personally had this for sure. I knew how long it took for my Miss Right TV channel to grow. And I thought to myself, I am never going to get monetized if I start over now. Like, I will literally be 60 years old.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Like,
I'm never gonna get it. It's literally, I should just kiss that dream goodbye if I start over. That was a thought process to me. And then when I sucked it up and I prayed on it and I felt convicted to start it over, and I did that, and I started to see how quickly I was growing and how many views I could get with little to no subscribers, that to me was still crazy. And it wasn't like I got up on here and started, twerking for some entertainment or something. No, I was doing what I love. I'm pouring into y'all, pouring into myself on camera. That was it. It's real. I was operating from a lack mindset, just thinking I could never achieve that success if I had to start over. Just thinking like it would take so long, or just thinking I would not see that amount of success. And I know that a lot of people have experienced that lack mindset. It can keep you from growing. You might think to yourself, like, I've been trying to lose weight for X amount of years, and if I completely restart this whole process, if I go from just walking to actually getting on a diet plan, there's no way I'm gonna stick to it. If I go from having a diet to actually trying to start a workout plan, if I actually go and pay this money for this trainer, I'm not gonna stick to it. It's not gonna work. I've never seen it. My whole 18 years of life, I've been big back. I've just accepted this lifestyle for me. I'm not gonna see those results. It's not gonna happen for me. That is a lack mindset, just thinking that it is impossible for you to achieve some level of success, whether it come from your previous experiences or from other people telling you negative things about yourself, or from your insecurities. Wherever the case is, you have to strip yourself of that. At the root of all of those reasons why you may not want to start over. What you need to ask yourself, and what I had to ask myself, is if somebody stripped you of all your progress, of all your accolades thus far, in whatever field it is, whatever goal you're trying to accomplish, if somebody were to take everything away, if you were dragged back to the starting line, if you had no desire to sprint forward again, no desire to work toward it again, I don't think you wanted it that bad. That's the reality of it. That's the fact of the matter. You being willing to start over just is a testament to how bad you want it and how confident you are in yourself that you're gonna get it. Before we even continue this video, if you are like, nah, I don't really care that much, then maybe I'm preaching to the choir. However, if you do want it that bad, but you are afraid of starting that business, you are afraid of getting back to school, you are afraid of starting back at the beginning, ask yourself that question. If someone were to snatch it all from you, would you be willing to build it up again? That business, that savings account. Sometimes it's not a matter of us not seeing the progress or not seeing the growth. Sometimes it's unfortunate circumstances, like I've been applying to all of these schools and all of a sudden Trump is in office. And they don't care about like all of a sudden something out of your control happens, and you have to ask yourself, how bad do I want it? Because if I'm going to just quit, you don't want it that bad, bro. So if you do, I'm going to tell you the pros and the benefits of starting fresh and what it can do for you. If you decide to start fresh, to start anew, a benefit of it is that you have a fresh and clean slate. The opportunities are endless when you are starting from the ground up. When you have your own stuff going on and you already have like it laid out for you, you kind of feel inclined to follow the way things been going. And honestly, everybody's talking about, rebranding. Like, who doesn't love a rebrand? We all love a good rebrand. And the best form of a rebrand is when you start from the bottom, when you start literally from ground zero. You have so much autonomy and you have so much opportunity that you can literally do whatever you want. So I definitely took that as an opportunity to start fresh with branding, some new color palette, a new intro, a little new graphic here and there. Like, I'm trying new stuff, seeing what works, and I'm playing with it. But it honestly is like the fun part. It's the creative part. And it's not just with making a YouTube channel. You can do things exactly how you want to do it. If you were to start your weight loss journey from the very, very beginning, like this time, you can actually get into your cooking bag. You can actually come up with a whole new meal prep. You can go get some new meal prep containers and be one of them girlies. You can start filming your meal prep. You can start documenting your journey. You may have never documented it before. You can romanticize it. You can add some new flavor to this journey of yours, and this can go for anything. Take it as an opportunity to have a fresh, clean slate. Opportunities are endless. Vibes are endless. Take that and use it to your advantage. The second benefit of starting from scratch, I would say, is that you now have wisdom and experience that you did not have. This is top tier. This is a top tier advantage of starting from scratch. I realized looking back, I did not know what I was doing. I was getting up on this camera and posting stuff. Sometimes I look back at my old videos like, I wouldn't subscribe to me either. What in the what? This is honestly something that's gonna come over time, but 10 out of 10 recommend being able to start from scratch, but having that knowledge and that wisdom and that experience puts you in a different ball game, puts you in a framework where you can set yourself up for success. And that is what is most important. And who doesn't want to set themselves up for success? Apply your wisdom and your experience into your work ethic. So now the formula is simplified. It's not a bunch of trial and error, and it might still be, but hopefully if you're coming from a place where you've been doing it for a while, but you need to start from scratch, you can have at least some type of prior knowledge that will set you up to win in a different way. You might even exceed your expectations if you apply what you know now. The third benefit, in my opinion, of starting from scratch is that you now have a new and improved boost of energy, of excitement, and of determination that you may have needed. Sometimes when we are working at something tirelessly and we're not seeing the results that we want, and we've been doing it for a while, we can start to get resentful and we can start to just lose that spark. And we can also sometimes forget why we're doing it in the first place. I went from deciding that I wanted to create a name for myself on my own without needing the backing of any particular media outlet who didn't know my worth. I went from that being the reason to, I need some extra money and these jobs ain't paying me and they got me messed up. I need some money. And I think that I got all over the place, and then I started to see these YouTubers and it's like, they getting this, they getting that, they getting invited here, they getting flued out, they getting this, they getting that, they getting bags, they getting money, they moving out of their parents' house. I could do that. Why is that not happening for me? It was blowing me. And that can skew your efforts if your reasoning is not what it's supposed to be. And it could be to your detriment extremely. So when you start from scratch, it's a reminder of the passion that you had put into it. It is a reminder of the love that you have for whatever it is, because you're right back at the beginning. You're not thinking just about the outcome. You're thinking about what you're putting into it, because it's so fresh and it's so new. So you may have needed that spark of energy, that spark of excitement. Also having a newfound gratification. I went from being upset that my channel was getting, I don't know, small amount of views. I'm like, I have 1,000 subscribers and I still get views in the double digits, and it would really make me feel like I'm doing all this work, putting in all this time for no reason. And since I've started my new channel, I would be excited about the same amount of views. Just excited for smaller wins, more appreciative of smaller wins, more willing to celebrate smaller wins. It's a big deal when you're starting from scratch. It just makes me feel a whole lot more fulfilled. It's reminded me why I'm doing this in the first place. I've gotten all of that together. My goal, my purpose, my fulfillment. I know exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, and I have more of a clear and narrow focus on that, and it's made me very, very grateful. Am I like a famous YouTuber yet? Am I getting paid? Do I have brand deals and collabs and sponsorships and PR? And I know. But I anticipate that all that stuff is going to come, and I also anticipate that all of that stuff is going to come for you. Whatever it is that you want, it's happening. Whatever goal it is that you are working toward, I have the utmost confidence that this is the year that you are going to accomplish it. And if you have been feeling convicted to start from scratch in order to take that leap of faith towards success, I implore you to do it. You have to have faith. You have to have faith and you have to have confidence. It is going to take both of those things. You have to operate outside of that lack mindset and know that this is meant for you. You would not be feeling so called to do this. And because you are feeling so called to do this, whatever it is, if you've prayed on it and God is convicting you to move in that direction, I want you to eliminate all of that fear. And hopefully this video has helped you and motivated you and inspired you to listen to that voice inside of your head. Listen to that calling and take that leap of faith towards success. Hopefully this video found you if you needed to hear it. Anybody that has been dealing with any of these issues in their personal lives, their career paths, their goals, whatever the case, I just hope that I touched anybody who needed to hear it. I thank you so much for sticking around, listening this far, and I hope that if you haven't already, you do me a favor and hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. I really, really would love to see where you guys are going with your personal journeys, your success, and how your growth is doing for yourself. I want to know what you're working toward. I want y'all to stick around so we can kiki, so we can watch each other grow, and we can kiki at the finish line. Okay, so make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, and you also hit the notification bell so that you are tuned in for the next drop, because I'm going to continue to be giving you guys consistent quality content, baby. Yes. Thank you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video.